Hello crafters and welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. My name is Deepa from Designs by Dee, and today I have this cute and fun card to share with you guys. So this card is made using the Pinkfresh Studio suite called Sippable Scenes, and you can see that it has such a gorgeous use of florals, background scenes, and you can do these on the supplied dies, which would cut out a water bottle or a soda can. So these are the products that we're looking at, and you can see that on the back of the packaging everything is kind of spelled out for you. And this video is pretty much how to use these products together as intended. So I'm going to go through how to put all of those together and how to create my card. And you'll notice that there is a bit of a guideline on the back of the packaging there for how to do your stenciling, but I'm going to do it a little differently based on what I see. So you can always do things the way you want. I'm also going to be using the Interlaced diamond set along with this. So let's go ahead and get started. I first of all just cut out the water bottle and the soda can. I actually cut them out twice, so I have 4 of those. And I'm going to go through each of the 4 designs that are in white. So not the ones with the florals. We're going to add the florals to ours anyways, but I want to go through these sippable scenes. So the way that the stencils are set up is that there are 3 rows vertically down that long stencil, which will help you put things together, and there are 4 stencils in total. Now, based on the package images, there are two stencils at the top there that go with the soda can, and then the 2 stencils at the bottom go with the water bottle, and you can basically decide the last stencil with the florals could go with anything. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the water bottle, and I'm using some Pinkfresh Studio inks. I've linked those in the mini cubes, which are available on the ScrapbookPal website. I'm going to go ahead and line up this first scene here, and this one is just with that flowing water with that sentiment soul quench. This is the one I end up using for my card because I just think it's really cool. I love the flowing look of the water down the side along with the stamped little movement lines. It looks very pretty. So I've gone ahead and used some summer shower here, and then I'm just kind of darkening up the bottom a bit with some sky blue. And now I can remove this, and if there are any extra white bits, just fill it in at the bottom. Now I was just showing you there that I actually have 2 sticky mats. Those are the Altenew Stamp Wheel sticky mats. I keep one that's all colored up for all of my ink blending, and I keep the nice clean one for my stamping. You can do what you'd like, but I find that that works best for me. And really, it's up to you and whether you think that's cost effective as well. So I've gone ahead and stamped out that little flowy image. It has like 3 little leaves in there. I used some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. It has a bit of a pigment element to it, so you'll notice I dried it a bit with my heat gun to make sure it doesn't smudge. Now I'm adding some cherry blossom ink to the to the leaves. So there's 2 little leaves there. When you go down that stencil vertically, it's the same one we used for that swag of blue. And then when you go further down on the next stencil, you'll see the little leaf for that extra one on the left there. So I've gone ahead and used some raspberry bliss for that one, a darker pink, so it would show up on the blue. Now for the sentiment, I'm going to go ahead and line it up, the soul quench from the stamp set, and I'm going to use the raspberry bliss to stamp this out, keeping in line with the color scheme that I've got going here. So I've picked some, you can see, blues and pinks, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of purple here and there where I can. So that's the first bottle. We'll go on to the second one, and it's this one with these 3 lines that kind of flow down towards the bottom of the bottle. Now keep in mind, you can stencil these however you want. You could start at the top of that stencil and start with the top wisp, or you could go to the bottom one. It's really up to you. Do it in the way that you feel works for you. They've set it up in such a way that, you know, you should start at the top and go to the bottom, but you don't always have to do it that way, and I'm showing you that in this video. Do what you're comfortable with. So for that first wisp, I used the, I think it was the sky blue. Then I used cherry blossom with a little bit of the raspberry bliss to make it, actually I think I just used the cherry blossom, and then I added the raspberry bliss at the top. I add the wander kind down at the bottom in black. Now keep in mind that wisp, if you look on the packaging, is actually further down. So you can move it up and down the bottle wherever you want it to be. So moving on to the next design or sippable scene, I'm using the soda can. And you can see I've actually started with the second stenciled image, and now I'm going to shift my stencil up to the first one that they intend for you to use. I just found it was hard to line up that first one because I'm not using their directions on the back where they said to kind of line it up with a piece of cardstock. So this is how you can do it if you don't want to line it up. Just line it up with whatever open stencil matches the bottom of your bottle or your soda can first, and then add the rest as they fit in. So I'm going ahead and adding a mix of the same colors. I've got sky blue, cherry blossom, I've got some peony, raspberry bliss, and I'm just adding them in. You'll notice here, like I kind of missed a little bit on the edge. Just move your stencils to fit what you need to do. It's all about being creative and using these stencils in the way that you want. Now for the sun, I'm using some wisteria here. It's just like a nice muted purple, and I love how it looks with these colors. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp out the sentiment Golden Glow. And again, you can place that sentiment wherever. So you have the potential to make so many different versions of these soda cans and bottles. Now I'm moving on to the fourth design, or the fourth sippable scene. I have inked up that top section there with like the splashing water, and then a little bit of a kind of water lake bit there at the bottom. And then I'm adding some more cherry blossom here, and then I'll add some peony right at the bottom. And you'll notice, see, I have a bit of white that's still showing, so I'm just going to go over it and cover that up. Right, so if you missed anything, you can always fill it in. They're very versatile and easy to use. Now there's some little shrubbery in that scene there. I'm using some of the wisteria for that. And then the last little bit, I'm using raspberry bliss. And that has such a cool look as well. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the Stillwater Brew sentiment on that one. And that one's done. So these are all the different bottles that we got. Now keep in mind, by changing up the design or the placement of things, you can create so many different versions. Now we'll move on to the florals. Now I just stamped these separately. You can take these florals and attach them to the cans and put them wherever you want around the bottle and the can. It's up to you. I've gone ahead and I'm using the stamp wheel to stamp out 2 of these. This is one stamp that kind of stamps out 2 floral bits and then also a little butterfly, which is cute. Now I'm going to use the same colors to just add color in different places. So you have to position these stencils 4 different times in order to fill in the entire image. So I've gone ahead and I've added the wisteria. Now I'm going to add some peony to the actual floral bits and to some of the butterfly. And then I'm going to add some of the blues. So I'll line up the next stencil. I'll add some of the sky blue. I think, yep, that's sky blue. And then the last one, I'm going to go with a deeper blue. So I'm going to pull in some blue jay here. Now for these 2 florals on the top, I had more of a heavy hand. I flipped that and I did the same stenciling and I made it a little bit lighter. So there's 2 versions there. You can decide which one you like best and kind of go with that. I ended up using all of these just because I wanted that extra floral bit on my card, and I thought that just 2 pieces wasn't enough. So I went ahead and cut these out with the coordinating die. It is a 1-piece die which cuts out the 2 florals separately along with the little butterfly. So I'm going to keep those separately to put together when I put everything together on my card. And before I continue, I want to stamp out my sentiment. And I want to have some options here. So I have 2 colors of cardstock. I have white and I have this light pink, and the light pink is what my background is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp out these 2 sentiments so I have a bit of a choice. It's Just Because You're Wonderful and Savor the Moment. I'm going to stamp it out using the black VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink on the white and then also on the pink. That way, when I put my card together, I can kind of alternate these sentiments and see which fits best and looks best on the card. So I've cut those out with the coordinating dies. And I love, so the stamp set has a ton of sentiments. You can go ahead and stamp any of those sentiments out. They're in beautiful scripty font, and they all have dies to cut out the sentiment, which is great. Now I'm using the interlaced diamonds, just the die, and I'm cutting out from the same pink cardstock that I'm going to use on the background, that beautiful lattice, which I love. It looks so pretty. This is actually my first time using it, and I don't know why, because it's so amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and just attach this using some Barely Arts glue to the pink background that I have. It fits perfectly on an A2 size card, so 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this is going to create just a nice subtle background for my card. It has a little bit of interest without taking away too much from the rest of the card. And it gives you kind of like a faux embossed look. Now I'm going to cut down this panel just a little bit so I get a little bit of a border around the edge. I'm really not measuring it. I'm just making sure that I'm not cutting off too much of the design so that it doesn't kind of hinder the look of it. And I'd say it's about giving me a 1/8 of an inch border around the entire thing. So I've got my side folding white card base. Again, it's A2 size, and I'm going to go ahead and attach this background on top. And that just actually on its own looks so pretty. I feel like with a gorgeous sentiment would be enough. But we're using the sippable scene, so we're going to go ahead and add all of those elements that we worked on. Now I had the two soda cans and the bottles, the 2 bottles and the 2 soda cans. I chose the Soul Quench. As I said, it was nice and simple, and it's going to allow me to add more florals and not make this look too busy. So I've gone ahead and added some foam squares to the back of this. I like to use the foam squares because 1, it has dimension. I love dimension. And 2, I just have to add them to the center of the to the center of the bottle, and it attaches it fairly easily. I don't have to mess around with any sticky glue or anything. And then I can kind of tuck the flowers behind the bottle so easily. So I love using these foam squares for, building up my cards this way. And they're available in the ScrapbookPal store, and it comes in a set that has these smaller squares, and then also there are squares that are a little bit larger. So there's a variety. It's a nice variety pack. Everything that I have used in this video will be linked in the description below, so you can always grab a pack there. I recommend looking out for the adhesive sale that ScrapbookPal has every now and then stock up on them. And they last a long time. So 1 pack, depending on how much card making you do, will normally last me 3 to 4 months. But there are also these mini foam squares as well, which you could go ahead and grab, and those come in handy for smaller die cuts as well. And those, like, 1 pack lasts you like forever, honestly. I still have the first one I bought, and I haven't bought any more, and that's been about 3 or 4 years. So anyways, moving on, you can see I tucked some more flowers behind that Soul Quench bottle. And now I have my sentiment. So I decided on the Savor the Moment sentiment on the white cardstock. And I decided to build up the die cut a bit. So I cut 3 more of the die cut for the sentiment out of white cardstock. And I glued them together. This creates just a nice thick die cut. It almost has the dimension and the thickness and sturdiness of chipboard, and that's what I like about it. It also helps the sentiment pop off the card a little more and helps it stand out. And it actually negates the need to use so many of your expensive little foam squares. So it's cost effective, which I love, and I'm sure you guys do too. So I added everything here, and I thought I need more florals. So I added everything that I cut in terms of the florals, and I added the 2 butterflies, and I thought it just looks so pretty and summery. So I'm going to go ahead and bling this up a little bit. This is my favorite part. I love to add shimmer and shine. So I've got some of the Pinkfresh Studio Lilac clear gems. You could add anything you like. Keep in mind, Pinkfresh Studio also has the glitter gems as well, which would look great with this. I went with the purple because I don't have too much purple and thought it would help pull that color out. And that's my final card for today. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos. As I mentioned before, everything used in the video is linked in the description below, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!